Yeah, a lot of fun stuff happened in sports. We've had a few weeks of basketball and a few weeks of baseball, and the NFL is getting ready to go. It's ramping up a little bit. Speaking of the NFL, the first thing we're going to talk about today is the fact that somebody somewhere said that the Baltimore Ravens could possibly go 16-0 and not lose in the playoffs
There's no way.
and win the Super Bowl.
I'm not saying they won't be good. No way they're going 16-0.
First team to do that since the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, it's not happening.
No?
Nope.
You
not
don't think there's
happening.
any chance?
Not at all.
Why not?
I just feel there's no way they're going to go 16-0.
You remember like 2 or 3 years ago?
Who are they playing? Who do we have their
Yeah, we have their schedule.
Their
Hold on.
schedule?
Let me get their schedule out. All right, you ready? 1, the first team they play is the New England Patriots.
Okay.
They're going to crush the New England Patriots. Let's be real about that.
Yep.
New York Jets, they'll crush them. Miami Dolphins, get crushed. San Francisco 49ers. That one's a little bit of a toss-up because the San Francisco 49ers could possibly have a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, as it were. What do you think? Atlanta Falcons, are they going to start out 0-8 this year or start out 8-0 this year? Because they're going to end 8-8. We already
The Atlanta
know
Falcons?
Yeah, we already know they're going to end 8-8. Happens every time. The hype train goes up. Yeah, Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go like 12-4. And then they go like 2-6.
Yeah. I don't.
Then win 6 games in a row at the end of the season to ruin everybody else. Buffalo Bills.
Nope.
Buffalo Bills, no. Like, who's going to win? They're going to beat them?
Oh, yeah. Baltimore's going to beat
Okay.
Buffalo. Yeah.
So far we got a maybe. Detroit Lions,
Maybe.
garbage. Arizona Cardinals.
They'll win. Baltimore will win.
Houston Texans. Okay,
that
that
one's a
one
maybe.
really-
That one's
They got Deshaun
Houston,
Watson.
Yeah, Houston could pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Rams,
Yep.
Baltimore will beat.
What?
Minnesota Vikings.
Wait, hold on.
Baltimore will beat.
Back up.
Back up to where?
Los Angeles Rams. You just like dismissed them like they were nothing.
I'm not dismissing them, but I think Baltimore is going to beat the Los Angeles Rams.
I think that one's a toss-up.
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings, toss-up.
We'll see.
Toss-up.
We'll see.
Toss-up.
Broncos.
They'll crush the
Baltimore will
Broncos.
beat the Broncos.
Chicago Bears. That could be a close game. That could be fun to watch.
Could be, but I think Baltimore's going to win that one too.
If
Seattle
Mitchell
Seahawks. I
Trubisky-
think the
hold
Seahawks
on.
are going to
If Mitchell
beat.
Trubisky's the quarterback, Baltimore will win.
Yeah, if
Got that Nick Foles power. Need to bring him on.
Seattle Seahawks, I think I would pick the Seahawks in this one.
There. Let me predict how that Seattle Seahawks game is going to go. All right, you ready?
If you mention how they lost, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Let me tell you exactly how that game's going to go. Seattle is going to be losing the entire game, like 6-18 or something weird, and then right at the very end, Russell Wilson will get them within a little bit, and then the other team will kick a field goal, and Baltimore will win.
Seattle's going to win. Watch it. Seattle
Green Bay
will win.
Packers. Well, since
They're-
Aaron
they're
Rodgers
gonna-
is
no.
using a walker at this point.
Yeah.
Indianapolis Colts. Come on, that could be a toss-up. They got Phillip Rivers. See, I'm feeling a lot of toss-ups.
I don't have.
I'm not feeling a lot of blowouts. If there was a lot of blowouts, I would feel 16.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any blowouts.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, Tampa Tom.
We'll see. Tom did say he's struggling with the playbook a little bit.
You'd be struggling with...
He is 43. It's not as easy for him to learn a lineup as playbook as
Jeffrey.
he once was.
Okay, look. If you spent 20 years working at one company and then all of a sudden you worked at another company, of course you'd had issues.
Yeah, that's
learning
what I'm
new
saying.
things.
I don't. Everyone's like, oh,
See,
Tampa Bay is going to be great.
I got a quick question
I think
then.
they're going to be good. They're just not going to be great.
Okay, I got a quick question then. Do you think Tampa Bay...
You almost said
I almost said Tampa Bay again. Tom Brady. Let's be real. That's all they are. If they don't win this year, do they have any chance next year to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Because then Tom Brady will be more
Yes.
into the playbook.
Yes.
There'll be more.
I think next
Really?
year will be a
Tom
much
Brady
better
will be
year.
a year older.
I still think it. let's be real. He's not acting like he's older.
Okay. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be real.
Be honest.
Okay. Carolina Panthers, they could be annoying, but they'll beat them. Kansas City Chiefs, another toss-up.
I'm going to pick the Chiefs in that one, though.
Yeah, Chiefs will be behind the whole time. And then
Patrick
Mahomes will
do his
happen.
magic.
Yeah. Tennessee Titans, they signed Ryan Tannehill, which still don't know why he's in the top 100 players. They're not going to win. The Baltimore Ravens will crush them. The Las Vegas Raiders, they'll beat them. Jacksonville Jaguars, they'll beat them. Chargers, beat them. New Orleans Saints,
Toss-up.
that's a toss-up. See, I'm
a
feeling
toss-up.
too many toss-ups. Philadelphia Eagles will be better. That could be a toss-up. New York Giants, they'll crush them. Cincinnati Bengals crush them. The Washington football team, they'll crush them. The Cleveland Browns, it depends on if they have their crap together or not. Dude, they got like a top 10 offense.
Yeah, they did last year, though, too.
They got better.
We'll see.
Okay. Dallas Cowboys, also I feel like that's a toss-up. They got a new coach. We'll see what happens. Pittsburgh Steelers, they'll crush them.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But still,
That's what I
not
got.
16-0. They're
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
not
lose.
feeling the
There's
16-0.
there's too many toss-ups in there.
The other question is, do you think the Chiefs will be just as good as they were last year?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Yes, it is a hard one. That's why I asked it.
I see that.
No?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of really want to watch because normally just goes the team that wins the Super Bowl just does not have a great year the next year.
Repeat.
And if they go, I'd honestly be kind of excited.
Do you think the San
Even though I'm
Francisco
not-
49ers will be good again? Or do you think they'll have a little Super Bowl slump? Oh, we lost the Super Bowl. Woe is me.
I don't know if they'll have a slump. I don't know if they'll be as good, but I think they're still going to be a good team.
Okay, if you had to pick between the Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, and the San Francisco 49ers, who's winning the Super Bowl between those three?
Kind of have to say the Chiefs.
All right.
I don't know if they're
Is that
going
like-
to, but I
Never
just feel like Mahomes is just going to do something weird again.
He's just going to find a way to make it happen.
Yeah. I think what we have with the Kansas City Chiefs is what Tom Brady was for the Patriots.
So
Yeah,
they'll win like
you-
1 or 2 Super Bowls, and then they'll go on a 9-year slump.
Probably,
Win a bunch of
actually.
Super Bowls again.
But I think we have a new dynasty.
Dynasty, huh?
Yeah, new dynasty going there.
Yeah, but a few weeks ago, did you hear him go, not 1, not 2, not 3. We're going for GOAT status. We're going to win like 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Okay, so you've already lost this year then, because if that's the way you're thinking.
Yeah. A little too big of a head there.
Way to, no. Don't be overconfident. It's your weakness. All right. What do we got now? Now, the NBA's been going on for a few weeks.
It has.
And we finally get to look at some standings, see how some teams are doing. We're just going to look at the playoff standings, where that's at. We'll start with the Eastern Conference. Right now, as it stands, the Milwaukee Bucks would play Orlando.
Yep.
That's boring.
Yep. Milwaukee's
So,
going to win.
Milwaukee will win 4 games. Not a problem.
Easy win for them.
That'll be weird. Unless the only way you it's the same for any team. If you want to stop Giannis, you just make him pass the ball out. Make somebody else win. You just send 3 guys to the Greek Freak every time he drives down the lane.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stop him from
But
doing
you still have to score points after that, and they're hard to score on. Toronto and Brooklyn. Another snoozer because Toronto would crush Brooklyn because Brooklyn doesn't even have most of its starters.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Boston versus Philadelphia. That, a few days ago, would have been interesting.
Why a few days ago?
Ben Simmons hurt his knee. Dislocated it on a non-contact play.
Nice.
So that's not good. Although Sixers just won the other day. I don't know. I think the 76ers are about to find out what life is like without Ben Simmons and how much it sucks when they just have Joel Embiid.
So are you picking Boston then?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Boston
Just want
will-
to clarify.
I think Boston will blow them out.
Really?
Philadelphia might get 1 or 2 games in, maybe.
Okay.
Miami and Indiana, that'll be fun, but I'm still pretty sure Miami would win that. I don't see Indiana. When you watch Indiana, they're way too inconsistent on offense, so and Miami at least plays consistently good defense, and so even if they get some shots going, they'll win. Let's see. Nobody else in the East is going to win. All right, let's go to the more interesting conference.
More interesting.
It's true.
Yeah. Nope. Definitely true.
The Los Angeles Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies would have been fun to watch, except Memphis just lost one of their starting players. Memphis did just get their first win in the bubble. It was either yesterday or the day before against OKC. I think it was yesterday. And, gosh, I really hope somebody else gets the 8th seed, like New Orleans or Portland. Definitely, because, oh my gosh, watching Memphis play basketball against Oklahoma City Thunder yesterday was just hard to watch. There was at one point they started the second quarter. I looked at the stats. OKC went 1 for 10, and at one point Memphis was like 2 for 12.
Yeah.
Each team like missed 10 shots in a row. It was so hard to watch. And then when they played well and Memphis started to get up, it was still hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
Yeah.
you guys really are not that good. All right.
Mixed up.
This series could be really, really exciting. The Clippers versus Dallas.
Yeah, that'll be one to definitely watch.
You got Luka. You got the unicorn out there playing against Kawhi and Paul George, and that stacked Clippers team. See, even though
I'm
they're
still
stacked,
going to take the Clippers, though.
no, the Clippers will win that. I think Dallas gets 2, maybe 3 games. At best 3 games, because Dallas can just score a crap ton of points. They just don't play very good defense. So I'm curious how that's going to work with the Clippers' really good defense and good offense against Dallas. Man,
Yeah.
that one's going to be fun. Denver and Oklahoma City, that'll be kind of interesting because it's 2 game managers playing against each other. You got the Joker in Denver, who's pretty much a game manager, passing the ball around, shooting when he has to.
It's so awkward watching him play, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's like almost painful.
It kind of gives hope for the rest of us that we could play basketball in the NBA.
It really does. I'm like, all right.
I could do that. If I was, how tall is he? Like 6'10"?
Yeah, something like that.
He's pretty big. He's a big boy.
He's tall.
He looks like a dad though, with his little belly, just running around. And then Oklahoma City has Chris Paul, who's just managing those games along. I mean, they beat the Lakers the other day. I'm gonna go with the upset. I think Oklahoma could beat Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take the opposing. I'll take Denver on this one.
You think Denver on that one?
I'll take Denver on this one.
What is their record so far in the bubble?
In the bubble, I don't.
Yeah, look up Denver's record in the bubble so far. I don't think they're doing very good. Or they're breaking even. And Oklahoma has only lost 1 game so far. Thanks, Cal.
Yep.
Forgot to introduce producer Cal. Can't see him, but he is there. Working his magic. Click, 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 click. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't tell you who's winning what. Well, while you're looking at that, I'll continue on. Houston and Utah. I actually think this isn't even close because the Rockets' issue throughout the years is Harden and Westbrook are both players that play really hard, and by the time they get to the playoffs, they're tired, they don't shoot as well, and they don't have the explosiveness that they always seem to have. And so they kind of decline. So I think this whole coronavirus thing has caused it. Since they got a whole nother offseason, they've gotten a lot of rest. A lot of people are picking the Rockets as their dark horse to win
Really?
the finals this year. And I don't think they'll win the finals. I don't think they're that good. They don't have a center, which is so bizarre. But I'll pick them to beat Utah handily. I know that sounds
Pick
weird.
them to beat Utah.
Oh, yeah. First round?
Yeah, I'll go with that. I don't think they're gonna win at all, but
No, Utah might get 1 or 2 games, but yeah. It'd be nice if Portland played Los Angeles Lakers
yeah,
because I think Portland could beat LA Lakers.
really,
If LeBron has a few off nights in a row,
really.
and then if LeBron even doesn't have an off night, but he
I would
but
still
they
pick
shoot
the
poorly.
Lakers.
I don't know. The Lakers are not a good 3-point shooting team, and Portland Trail
true.
Blazers have the best shooter in the bubble. Dame time.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know. Gonna be Dame time. It's
It's
gonna
gonna be fun. That's
It'd
for
also
sure.
be really fun to watch New Orleans play, but we all know why that would be fun. Zion. We all just want to watch Zion play, which I was getting really excited because he played 25 minutes, and then the next day they just didn't let him play at all.
Yeah, saw that.
It was a little weird. It's like, come on, guys.
He's like the reason I watch that team.
Yeah, there's
It's
not
fun.
really watch Lonzo just throw half-court
Yeah.
passes. It's a good time. Let's
Yep.
see. Yeah, no, that's pretty much the standings there. Yeah, Memphis just would be so boring to watch LA.
I will give you that. Yeah, it's gonna
would
be boring.
It would just suck.
We do
That
need
would
a
be
more
watching
interesting
Milwaukee
game.
or in Orlando or Toronto and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I wish they had a bracket on here so we could see. Yeah, that's okay. Who do you think's coming out of the East?
On top.
Yeah, who's gonna represent the East in the finals?
East in the finals. I'm gonna say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
I'm gonna take Milwaukee.
That's easy.
I don't think Orlando's gonna go. I don't think Boston, Sixers, Miami Heat maybe, Indiana no, Toronto maybe, but I think Milwaukee's gonna take it all.
That's a pretty safe bet. So between Boston and Toronto, who do you think would actually be able to beat the Bucks before they get to the finals? Obviously.
Between Toronto or Boston, I'd probably say Toronto.
Did you watch Toronto blow out or get blown out by the Celtics last night?
I did not. I started.
The
watching
Toronto
some
Raptors
highlights,
had
but
57 points at the start of the fourth quarter.
no, I
It
saw-
shows at the end of
yeah.
the game, the Boston had 122 and Toronto had 100. It was not that close. It was more like a 40-point deficit the whole game. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's on my watch list to watch the highlights for that one.
Who's coming out of the West, Jeffrey?
West. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to say the Lakers.
I think it's real easy to not say the Lakers.
Who would you go with?
The Clippers. Easily.
Clippers, LA. It's a toss up.
Clippers have a good enough defense to beat Dallas. They would never play
Yeah.
Memphis. That'd be really boring. They're more experienced and are better than Denver, just in general. Denver's way too young and way inconsistent. Oklahoma
Agree with
City doesn't have enough firepower. Utah has good defense, but they don't have enough firepower either. It's pretty much watching Donovan Mitchell dunk on people.
I agree with that.
The only teams I can see are Rockets, Clippers, and the Lakers. And the Lakers, every day I watch them in the bubble, my confidence in them just...
Goes down.
Yeah.
I think it'll be close between the Clippers and the Lakers. Rockets, it'll be fun to watch them. They'll do well, but I think it's going to be the Lakers or Clippers for sure.
All right. What's our next thing on the list here? You got news for us. What happened this week?
I do. Let me find my news. The Rock buys the XFL.
Do you think the XFL is going to come back then?
I do. I think it'll come back. Maybe not as strong, but I think it's going to come back.
Will you watch the XFL?
To be honest, maybe 1 or 2 games.
I know. We kind of need some consistency of some like good teams that you know you want to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, The Rock does have a little bit of a football career. Wasn't that great of a football career. Played some college in Miami.
So he knows a little bit.
Yeah. Did not get drafted. In 1995 is when he was being drafted.
Weird.
There was no draft. But so, yeah, that was a little interesting. And then Tom Brady is now 43. And there's really only been 4 QBs that have played a season at the age of 43.
Really?
There's one that came out of retirement at age 44.
Who are they?
But they are, let me get to the right tab here. Warren Moon.
How old was he?
He was 43.
All right.
Played for Kansas and threw 3 passes.
Just 3.
So yeah, not anything special.
Okay.
George Blanda, who played for.
Hope we said that right.
Yeah, I do. Who do you play for?
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Doesn't say it on there.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, they're kind of some older players, but it was it's a little
You ready for a
interesting
game,
to see.
Jeffrey? You want to play a game?
No, I suck at games.
All right.
Royally suck at games.
Today's game is I'm going to have you guess who the fantasy scoring leaders were last year. In each category,
fantasy scoring
QB, wide receiver, running back, linebacker, kicker, and defense.
I did not do well in fantasy last year.
Just because
We'll see.
you didn't. Okay. Who
We'll see.
scored the most fantasy points last year at quarterback?
At quarterback,
This is kind of easy. If you don't get this, I'll be a little upset.
kind of easy.
Don't look at it.
Well, it's a toss-up between Patrick or Lamar.
Well, which one is it?
I'm gonna go Lamar. He had too many rushing.
Lamar
yards.
Jackson was the highest scoring quarterback in the NFL last year.
That's my first
You
point.
want a really weird question?
Sure.
Who the second one was? The first, so number 1 was Lamar Jackson with 415.68 points. The next one only had 337.78 points last year in fantasy points. Let's clarify.
Next one.
Second best. Third best is Russell Wilson.
And it wasn't Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes is not in the top 5
Really?
in points for fantasy points last year.
Is it Tom or Drew?
It's Dak Prescott.
Dak, really?
Yeah.
Really? That one? Okay.
But look at this gap, 415 to 337.
It's a pretty big gap.
Yeah,
But
Lamar
Lamar had so many rushing yards, and it's
Yeah, the top 5 are Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen, and then Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz. Blah, 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 blah.
interesting. All right.
Who you gonna pick number 1 for next year? Your quarterback. If you get to pick any quarterback next year in your fantasy
Sure.
league, who you picking?
I'm going to go Mahomes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Mahomes or Russell.
That's fair. I'd probably pick Tom Brady.
Really?
All those weapons.
I hope I beat you.
I don't think he's gonna.
I hope I beat you.
Oh man.
We'll see.
All right. Let's move on to running back. Who scored the most fantasy points at running back last year?
Was it Derrick Henry?
No. He is in the top 5, though. Derrick Henry is in the top 5. You want to talk about an even bigger gap. Number 1 scored 471 points. Number 2 scored 314.
Who are they?
Guess.
Or are you gonna make?
I'm gonna make you
me
guess again. Yes.
Let's see here.
Who's the best running back in football?
Be Christian.
Yes, Christian McCaffrey is number 1.
Okay. Who's second? I no
Aaron
clue.
Jones for the Green Bay
Yeah, I
Packers.
would not have gotten that one.
Yeah. And then it's Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, and then Derrick Henry. I feel like Alvin Kamara would have been higher up there, but he was not. All right, wide receiver, Jeffrey.
Wide receiver. Let's go.
Who was the number 1 wide
I feel
receiver?
like I'm gonna get this one wrong. Number 1 wide receiver.
Yep.
I got too many names going through my head. Number 1 wide receiver.
Here. It wasn't Julian Edelman.
Okay. That doesn't help me.
And it wasn't Mike Evans.
Still doesn't help me.
I know.
Let's see.
Not
What's
trying
his
to be
name?
helpful.
Oh goodness. He played for the Saints though. Is Drew Brees number 1 target? You couldn't stop him. Oh,
You're almost there. And the answer is...
I can't.
It's
think
Michael
of his name right.
Thomas.
Michael Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah, he had 374 points. The second on the list was
yeah.
Chris Goodwin with 276 points.
It was fun to watch him play.
Yeah, it was. Julio Jones was third with 274, and Cooper Kupp, who I picked a year early in my fantasy league. I picked him the rookie year, and he had these weird breakout games. So I was like, man, this guy's gonna be great next year, and everyone always picked him before.
Wait, you said
Chris Goodwin?
Second? He was on my team. He just didn't do well for me, I guess. I don't know. I just wouldn't have put him I would have put him in top 5, just not second. But
It's based off of how many points they score.
I
All
got
right.
that. But
Who's the number 1 tight end? This will be easy. Number 1 and 2 are easy.
number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, who's number 1?
Dude, I'm blanking on names so badly right now.
I'll give you a hint.
Kansas.
Yeah. That was my hint.
That's the part I know. I'm blanking on names.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Travis Kelce
No, okay.
scored 254 points. The second on the list was George Kittle with 222 points. This
Okay.
might be a little bit of a shocker. 221 points, so right below George Kittle, which would mean in fantasy points he did just as well as George Kittle. It was Darren Waller for the Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
The Raiders.
Interesting.
All right, highest scoring kicker. Go.
Highest scoring kicker. Oh goodness.
If you're wondering about my blank look, it's our producer looking at Overwatch stuff while we're trying to talk about sports.
It's a little weird. Kicker.
It was Harrison Butker,
Really?
the Kansas City Chiefs. Will Lutz was number 2 for New Orleans. Justin Tucker was number 3.
I would not have picked that.
Who's the best defense? Highest scoring defense. Highest scoring.
Ooh, is that either Kansas or the Patriots?
Patriots are number 1 with 224 points. Second place was 180.
I feel like there's a lot of really big gaps in this.
Yeah, there's really big gaps.
Big gaps.
Big gaps. All right, Jeffrey.
I did better on that than the last game. So
Yeah, you bombed the last game.
I did bomb the last game.
That was embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Okay,
All right.
it's not easy. Not easy.
All right, Jeffrey. Let's talk about these MLB standings.
MLB standings.
Let's do it. Talk some baseball.
You and your weird baseball.
What?
You just
You ready?
thoughts about baseball. Oh yeah, I'm
I
ready.
don't have weird
I'm
thoughts
ready.
about baseball.
You definitely have weird thoughts about baseball.
Oh, okay, whatever. How about those Minnesota Twins?
Well, that one's a shocker. I would not. I saw that and I'm like, all right. I would not have put them at 10-4, winning their division. No.
Yeah, you kind of got to go off percentages this year, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, but hey, your New York Yankees,
New York
leading the East. Oakland A's are leading the West. Miami.
Aaron Judge.
I don't get your obsession with Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge is like watching a giant play baseball. He looks bigger, faster, stronger. He's got the smile. Dude, Aaron Judge is awesome.
I'm not saying he's not a good player, but I wouldn't put him in the top 10.
Aaron Judge is awesome. That's all I got to say so far.
He's not that great. There's so many more players that are better.
Why?
That are
because
more fun to
Trevor
watch.
Story can do a 360
Trevor's not even
in the air and
Trevor
throw
Story's
it.
not even in that. Cody
just saying.
Bellinger's more interesting to watch.
Okay.
Christian Yelich is more interesting to watch.
Okay.
Nolan is more interesting to watch.
I don't know.
I got
really,
so many more.
when Aaron Judge walks up to the plate, you're like, oh my gosh, that guy's massive.
Then you have some kind of man crush on him.
I don't think so. But okay.
Yep. Nope.
His last name, Judge.
So
I don't know. It's awesome.
I
They
don't
play a really
get
cool
that.
sound when he hits a home run. I think they say, "Here comes the judge" or something. All rise. Yeah. Come on.
There's a lot
It's
of people
so
that have
cool.
clever walk-up songs.
Not walk-up songs. I mean, like when he hits a home run, they're like, "All rise," because he's the judge. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's really
I'm
entertaining.
Not saying it's not. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he's not fun to watch. I'm just saying you have a weird obsession with Aaron Judge.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a little bit too much of a man crush.
Anyway,
Back to the standings.
hey, the Oakland A's also are 10-4, along with the Minnesota Twins.
They were
How about those guys? How they doing?
doing okay.
Yeah.
It's
Did you see this point differential for Minnesota? 28 points. They've scored 28 more points than the rest, than all their opponents.
Yep.
Oakland A's 16. The Cleveland Indians, who are only 8-7, have scored 15 more runs, which is kind of that's because they had that 10-run one-inning thing.
Yep.
That's right. Colorado and the Dodgers both at 38 and 28. Oh, Colorado
Yep.
is 28. Dodgers 38-point differential. Pittsburgh minus 23.
And they're just never really
Minus
top
35
team.
for Seattle.
Well, yeah. They don't.
Who's winning it all, Jeffrey?
No,
We would do the
it's
bracket,
weird.
but they haven't determined how
they
they're
haven't
going to seed
done
playoff
anything
teams
yet.
because they can't go off a record. No one's got the same. Nobody's played the same
Yeah.
amount of games.
It's I don't know. It's just such a weird year because there's so little games. That you're gonna see some teams that I wouldn't suspect in there. Yankees, they probably got a good chance. Dodgers, they beat us every year. Probably gonna happen.
What about the Cubs?
Cubs, I would put the Cubs in there. There's just too many teams. It might be a good year for the Rockies since there are such little teams. It might be a good year for just a lot of these next step that are so close to getting there to actually get it because it is such a shorter season. So we'll see.
I think,
But I
if we're
think
gonna
Yankees
watch,
are going to be in there.
If I had to watch a baseball game, if I had to, so I got to pick, I'd either want to watch the A's, the Yankees.
The A's. Why the A's?
Because it's
curious.
like a little feel-good story or something, yeah?
Feel good story. Okay.
Feel good. The Dodgers and the Cubs. Like, those are all like four really big names. I mean, except for the
Yep.
A's. But those other ones are just four big names. So if any of those people play in the World Series, That'll be fun.
Yeah.
People care about the Cubs. Well, okay. So when it comes to the Cubs, I'm a little like 50-50. It's like, oh, Cubs, such a big name. I'm pretty sure they just had a big name because they hadn't won so long.
Pretty much.
Let's
Pretty
talk about
much.
them because they're so
That
bad.
was- yeah.
Or they get so
That
close.
was a long
It was a
dry
long
streak.
drought. So it's not as interesting anymore if they win a World Series. That World Series was so much fun to watch when they won.
Oh, that was definitely a very fun time.
But I really want the Yankees and the Dodgers to play. Opposite ends of the United States, just going head to head. Those big names.
It very well could.
Because let's be real here. Minnesota's.
No.
Yeah, no one. Sorry, Minnesota. You're Minnesota. People from Texas are not going to watch a baseball game because Minnesota's playing. People from Texas will watch the Yankees play because they probably hate them. Same with the Dodgers.
Why are you bringing Texas into this?
Because it's like south, okay? It's kind of like not in like in the central area.
That weird.
If you
thing
really
about
want to
that,
know if
yeah,
something's
it's-
popular, you'd see like what Colorado and like all the middle states watched. Because they're not on the East Coast
it's
and they're
like
not on the West
picking
Coast.
who's going.
No, but if you want to know if it's going to be a good like series and if people care about it, you see what they watched.
Right, that's fair.
People from Colorado don't care about Minnesota. They don't care about watching the A's. They don't care about watching the White Sox, Detroit, or Cleveland. Like if they have to watch something,
No.
they'd actually almost rather watch Houston go to the World Series again and get crushed by somebody because that's interesting. They don't care about watching Miami, who's 7-1. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. I think Cubs is a big enough name that people from Colorado would watch that. I think Dodgers are a big enough name.
no.
There's a lot of people from California.
I mean,
I like
Dodgers
the
are
Dodgers.
Colorado's rival, so they'll be watching that. They're going to be going against the Dodgers.
I don't think people from Colorado would watch anything else. Maybe Philadelphia, but they're not that good.
Yeah,
Colorado
I
would
agree with
definitely
that
watch
one.
the Rockies go if they ever went.
Yeah,
I remember the one year they went.
we just need to get our pitching under control. The Rockies need to figure out their bullpen.
Yeah, they really do.
Our starters have been great this year, but bullpen, not doing so hot.
So I want to know, who's your pick to win the World Series? I got to know. I got to know.
At the moment, I'm going to pick the Yankees.
Yankees.
It's probably going to change.
Here he is sitting ratting on Aaron Judge, and then he picks the Yankees.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's a very good player. He's not in the top 10. The Yankees
say it
have
was a
a
top 10
well-rounded team. They play well. So
Sorry, I'm trying
what
to
are you
look
trying
up.
to find?
I'm just looking up. You keep talking about baseball. I'm looking up some advanced stats. Okay.
Some stats. What kind of stats are you looking at?
Nothing.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it.
He's going to try and stump me. I know it. You're going to try and stump me.
No, I'm not.
Are you trying to find top 10 players?
Yeah, I was trying to find the top 10 players in baseball, ranked somehow. I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
How do you rank the top 10 players in baseball?
All their stats.
There's some guys that get up there and just hit things, and then there's other guys, and they stand out in the field and do nothing after that. And then there's guys that throw the ball all the time but don't get up to bat. How do you rank them?
They have a ton of stats. Batting.
Okay, top 10 baseball players right now.
MLB.com.
Google that. Top 100 MLB. Boom.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Number 1, Mike Trout. That makes sense.
Yep.
Christian Yelich, Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts, Alex Bregman, Anthony Rendon. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Garrett
Look,
Cole.
there's your boy,
Garrett
Nolan
Cole.
Arenado. I'm
Yeah.
I'm also not saying Aaron Judge is a top 10 player. I was just saying I'm really fascinated by Aaron Judge.
Where is he at? Let's see here.
He's number 16.
Number 16. Yeah. I would put him there.
That's just sad. The Rockies have Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story in the top 25 players in all of baseball. They can't do anything. It's hilarious.
Well, we're doing things. Our pitchers just can't finished the game.
Clayton Kershaw, 61. He's old.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper's 33.
Where's he at on the list?
I just said 33.
Oh, sorry. I missed that. Might be. Don't give me that look.
This must have been after his haircut, because with that hair, he'd be ranked like number 15 or something.
That has nothing to do with
Yes,
anything.
it does. He's got good hair, okay? Get him up there.
Yeah,
man.
we'll see about that.
All right, Jeffrey.
Cool.
You got a game for me?
Ooh, I do. I do have a
Let's hear
game.
this game.
It's just a little trivia game.
Ooh,
We're going to
trivia.
take a walk in the Hall of Fame for the NFL.
Any particular reason we're going to talk about the Hall of Fame players?
No, just I want to see how much you know about some Hall of Famers.
All right.
All right. We're gonna don't look because it's very big lettering. All right, Troy
Aikman.
Sorry, might be dyslexic.
You said it.
Few questions on him. How many seasons did he play?
I think the average in the NFL is 8, and he's a quarterback, so I'm going to go with 12.
You nailed that right on the dot.
Well, bam!
How many Pro Bowls?
5.
Ooh, one off. 6.
Oh, dang it.
6. All right. Now we have Steve Atwater.
Steve Atwater. What position
Um,
did he play? Safety, right?
Yeah. How many interceptions?
Can I have a ballpark range? Is that cool?
No.
Oh.
I'll give it away.
Is 60 too high?
Yes. Definitely too high.
All right.
Do not
20
go over
27.
30.
27.
It's close, 24.
Oh, okay.
Pro Bowls for him.
6.
8.
8. Wow. It's not Pro Bowls.
Pat Bowlen.
Mm-hmm.
How many winning seasons?
All of them. Just kidding. I
That's-
was around for some non-winning seasons. I don't even know how long he was an owner, so I don't even know like how much to guess. What do you have, like 26 winning seasons?
That's
or
close. 21.
something? Oh, okay.
21. How many Super Bowl appearances?
How many Super Bowl appearances? Hello, Leona Frank. Thanks for typing in the chat. Totes a prish. What'd you say?
Oh, I have to go
I was
back
just
to it.
happy someone said something in the chat.
How many Super Bowl appearances did Pat Bowlen?
Oh, hold on. I got this. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 6.
7.
Oh, I missed.
7. You missed one.
Dang it.
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
How many Pro Bowls?
How many Pro Bowls? 7.
3.
Yes, I did.
3.
3.
How many rushing touchdowns?
Rushing touchdowns. 25?
32.
32. That's pretty good.
32. All right. Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson. All right.
Ballpark this.
Ballpark this?
How many yards?
Like rushing yards,
Yeah.
total yards.
Total yards. Total yards.
Is it like 10,000 something?
Close. It's 13,000.
13,000.
13,259.
Are you going to ask me how many touchdowns?
No.
Do you have that stat?
I do not have that stat.
Man,
Not on me.
I'd like to know.
I'm sure we could find it.
Producer, you should see how many touchdowns Eric Dickerson had. He's not listening.
No, it's not. All right, moving on. Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
How many wins?
How many wins?
How many wins?
Is it like 700 something?
No, way too high.
Oh.
Don't go over 200.
400. Don't go over 200.
Don't go over 200.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sorry. I don't know why. Let's see. 184.
If you're a dyslexic, I'd give that to you.
148. Not 481. Just so everyone is aware, Eric Dickerson had rushing touchdowns. He had 90 of them. And receiving touchdowns, he only had 6.
Really?
96 touchdowns. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
All right, next question.
How many seasons?
15.
13. 13. That's all I got for you.
That's it?
That's it.
Ah, man, that was a fun game. We should play it more often. I like that game.
We can do that more often.
Yeah? Can we?
I'm sure we can figure something out.
All right, Jeffrey. If you had to pick for MVP of the NBA, who would you pick?
NBA? Who are the top candidates again?
Top candidates? Let's look at the MVP odds. MVP odds for NBA. The MVP odds are Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James, James Harden, Luka Doncic. I always say that wrong. Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Joker, and Westbrook is last on that list. So really, it's Giannis or LeBron.
I'm gonna go Giannis.
Why?
I feel like just the season in general, especially like in the bubble, LeBron just hasn't looked as great. I'm gonna pick Giannis.
Have you seen that roster? They have like 4 or 5 players that score in double digits. Have you seen the Lakers roster?
Yes.
Okay. Only like 3 people. LeBron James. Bam. See? Boom. Thanks, chat. LeBron James is in double figures. Anthony Davis in double figures. Both of those are MVP candidates.
Okay. What
The third one's Kyle Kuzma with like 12 points.
Okay, let's just look up LeBron and Giannis stats.
Okay.
Let's see this here. Let's see this. Let's compare them.
You want to get burned?
Let's compare
This is how
them.
you get
Let's
burned.
go. I'm sticking with Giannis. Come on,
Want to
Giannis.
play with fire?
Come on, Giannis. Let's go.
Stats aren't everything, by the way.
I know.
Okay. LeBron James
But we're
is
gonna make this
averaging
interesting.
25.3 points and 10 assists and 8 rebounds.
Okay.
Shooting 49.4% and 34.5% from the field.
Okay, what's Giannis at?
Giannis is going to be at like 60% at least
We'll see.
because Giannis can't shoot a 3 to save his life.
It's not all about stats, Nate.
It's not all about stats, but you know what that means?
It
means you can't get the
three-pointers
defense.
Don't necessarily matter to me.
They really do matter in this day and age. Okay, shooting 55% from the field, my bad. 29.7 points.
Giannis, he's gonna take it.
Giannis is not.
He's gonna take it.
Giannis has a better team.
Okay.
We're talking
Still
about the
gonna
word
take it.
valuable.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeffrey.
Giannis is gonna take it.
All right. Which this is like saying, is the gas pedal or the brake pedal more valuable?
The brake pedal.
The brake pedal saves your life, even though it doesn't make you go fast.
Brake pedal.
The accelerator is cool. You get to go fast, but it's not as valuable as the brake pedal because the brake pedal, at least you stop and save your life. The accelerator's not going to save your life. It's just going to make it maybe worse.
I don't know. I just don't feel like the Lakers, like, they still have a team.
'Kay, the
Like, it's
Lakers-
not just LeBron.
It is just LeBron.
They got some other talent on there.
What?
They got.
What?
LeBron's definitely the best one on.
LeBron
team.
is the MVP. If you take LeBron off that team, they are garbage, straight garbage. I doubt they get to the playoffs. You take Giannis off
I
that
take
team,
them out of
they're
the
the second
top
Toronto.
contender. I take
You
them
take
out of
Giannis?
the top contenders, but they're still a playoff team.
No.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
We've seen
Yep.
that before. We've seen Anthony Davis play on a decent team. It doesn't get to the playoffs, and if it does, they lose in the first round and don't even win a playoff game.
I'm just saying the only reason the Lakers are at where they're at is not just because of LeBron.
You're right. They throw Anthony Davis the ball for the first 3 quarters, and then LeBron takes over.
There you go. It's not just LeBron. I'm gonna stick with Giannis. So.
You also realize LeBron's like leading the league in like assists, right?
I do know that.
Okay.
I do.
Which means he makes other people better.
Yes. I do.
Giannis doesn't make other people better,
I agree with that one.
which makes LeBron more valuable. I'm not. 2 + 2 is 4, Jeffrey. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Giannis.
Why? Why? I don't. Oh, I don't understand. It's so frustrating.
I don't understand why you have great obsession for Aaron Judge, but different opinions.
Valuable. Please look up the word valuable. Please, please, please.
I know what valuable means.
Apparently you don't because
I
you're
do.
picking Giannis.
You
Thank
were
you, producer. Please look that word up. A thing that is great worth, especially a small item of personal property. Okay, that's stupid. Can I have a better definition?
Giannis. That is
not Giannis. Okay,
picking
this is
Giannis.
dealing with money. We're talking about
Right.
people. Urban Dictionary.
Let's just.
We're gonna Urban Dictionary this.
I guess we will see who's gonna win this.
Something. Oh. Good value, high value. Okay, the quality or state of condition.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, Giannis is going to get the MVP because people are like, well, he was the MVP last year, and even though LeBron's leading the league in assists, they don't have as good as a record as the Bucks. Maybe
I
because
agree
LeBron
with
is
you.
dealing with a
LeBron
bunch of
is-
old farts and not really good 3-point shooters. Giannis just
I'm not
drives
saying
and kicks
LeBron's
the
not a
ball out, and
valuable
they shoot a
player.
3. LeBron
is very good.
drives and he
I
dishes
agree.
it down low, dishes it outside, he dunks
I agree,
it.
but I'm still think Giannis is gonna win the MVP.
Would you pick him to be MVP?
Me personally, no, but I think he's gonna win MVP.
Well, yeah, he's going to win MVP. But LeBron should win it. LeBron
Yeah,
should have won MVP for the last,
I agree with that, but I don't
forever.
think he's going.
Let's be
to.
real. LeBron should have won all the MVPs the whole time he was in the league. Didn't have the greatest stats, but if you took him off any of his teams, they would be straight garbage.
I'm not saying LeBron's not. I would pick LeBron, but he's not going to be picked. Giannis is going to win MVP.
So very frustrating.
All right. What are your NFL predictions for the
NFL
2020?
What? Oh, okay. We're going to talk about that? Let's talk about one.
Just real quick. Just
Not all of them.
just real quick.
NFL teams. There we go. I'm going to get this wrong. Hold on. Let's talk about. Okay. I'm trying to get this to work. Unless it's not working. Teams list by. What?
Nothing. Just reading the chat. You boom too much.
I boom?
Yeah.
What's that?
Less booms.
The boom. Boom.
All right.
Okay, anyway.
Where are we at on this?
Oh, boy.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to get this. It doesn't want to do what I want.
Technology, right?
All right, let's just talk about a couple of divisions. We'll
Okay.
continue the conversation a different day.
Yes.
Eastern Division. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and New York Jets. Who's winning that division?
Dude, that's a rough division.
Really? I think it's easy.
Who would you pick?
Buffalo Bills
Really?
all day.
Really? All right.
New England Patriots and Miami Dolphins are a toss-up. New York Jets did last.
I would agree with that, but I think I don't know.
Let's look at the Buffalo Bills schedule, shall we? Bills schedule 2020. Let's see. The Bills got to play the Jets. Bills will win that.
Yep.
Bills got to play the Dolphins. That's a toss-up because Dolphins tried really hard last year and started to get better. They'll
Yep.
play the Rams. That I feel like is a toss-up. They'll play the Raiders. Could be a toss-up also. And there's a lot of toss-ups. Titans, I think the Titans are going to drop off a cliff.
Really?
Have fun at work, Ona. The Chiefs will crush the Bills. The Bills will beat the Jets again. The Bills, when they play the Patriots, this is going to be weird. I don't know how good the Patriots are going to be, but I'm pretty sure they've had 9 starters.
Okay.
Sorry, Cal's distracting me with a coin. It's very weird. Pretty
Stay on
sure
topic.
the
On
Patriots
topic.
lost 9 starters due to the fact that they're opting out.
Yeah.
The Seahawks and the Bills, that's a toss-up. Bills and Cardinals.
How's that a toss-up? Seahawks are going to win that one.
Bills have a better team than Seahawks have Russell Wilson.
Okay, but I still think
That's how I
Seahawks
feel
are
with the
gonna
whole
win.
Seahawks life.
Seahawks are going to win.
Hey,
49ers are going to beat the Bills.
it's just this. Okay. Bills play the Cardinals. They'll beat them. Bills play the Chargers. I think the Bills win. Bills will lose to the 49ers. The Bills will beat the Steelers. The Bills will beat the Broncos. The Bills will beat the Patriots. One of those 2 times. Bills will lose to the Dolphins. I always consider those 1-1. You know, they'll lose one
Okay.
and win one in division. So I think they'll be decent.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Miami Dolphins, I think it'll be a little bit better. New England Patriots, yeah. Yeah,
All
anyway.
right. Cool.
The next one, Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, Oakland Raiders, and San Diego Chargers.
Chiefs have that one.
The Chiefs have that one, but I think Denver will be better than last year. I think Oakland will be better than
yep,
last year,
yep.
and I think San Diego will be better than last year.
Agree with that 100%.
That's gonna be weird.
Interesting division.
I think
to
the top
watch.
team in this division goes like 11-5, 10-6, and it's a bunch of 8-8 and 7-9, 9-7.
Yeah, we'll see. That's going to be fun.
Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh.
Baltimore.
This is
Ravens.
again another one where I feel like it's going to be really good team, and then a bunch of like 10-6, 9-7. I think Cincinnati Bengals are going to be hot garbage because I don't know if Joe Burrow is really that good.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who knows?
We'll
I'm a little
We'll
iffy
see.
on that one, so we'll see what happens. Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger back. I'm feeling 10-6. Cleveland Browns, I'm feeling 10-6. I'm also feeling 11-5. 10-6, 11-5. I don't know what the over-unders are for those, so who knows. We got a few minutes left. Let's see.
Yep.
South Division: Houston, Texas, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans.
Texans. I'm going to take
I think
Texans for that one.
Indianapolis and Texans will tie. Or come close to tying.
Okay.
I think
can be okay
Jacksonville's
with that.
garbage. I think Tennessee Titans are going to drop off a cliff. Still,
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't think they'll be. I think they'll be 6-10, 5-11.
Yep. I agree with that. I'd agree.
So let's see: Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Redskins. What are you thinking, Jeff? Eagles, Cowboys, and who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to say Eagles. Cowboys, they could if they actually start playing because they have a good team. They just need to make it
Gonna
happen.
be average
Make
again.
it happen.
All right, let's hurry through this. Arizona Cardinals, St. Louis Rams, San Francisco 49ers, and Seattle Seahawks.
San Francisco and Seahawks, I think, are going to be pretty close.
I think the Rams will be good again, and I think Arizona. I think this is the Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs
Yeah.
division of the NFC. Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, and Minnesota Vikings. Huh.
Yeah.
Minnesota, then Green Bay, then the Bears, and then the Lions, which is
Yeah.
pretty standard.
Yeah.
It doesn't really change from that. Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
New Orleans. I don't think.
Tampa Bay.
I think New Orleans and Tampa Bay are going to be very close. It's gonna. Those two teams are going to be the top two. Carolina Panthers and Atlanta Falcons. They're going to be. Yeah.
I think there's just so many good teams.
We'll see.
Again. So, all right.
We will
Well, I
see.
think we're done for the day.
We are.
Next week we will not be live, unfortunately. We are going camping. Well, I'm going camping. He's not going camping. So we're gonna record a video and we'll post it up on Saturday or whenever we feel like.
I will post it Saturday for you
post it
guys.
Saturday.
9 a.m. We'll still be there, same time. It just won't be live.
So yeah, enjoy your week in sports. Let's try to figure out what's going on with the NBA and the MLB, and hopefully we still have an MLB season when we get back.
Yep.
No threat. Stop threatening things. Just play. Just play. We'll be all right. Everything will be fine.
There we
go. So yeah, have a good week and a good weekend.
Good weekend.
All right.